small price to pay for salvation.
Hey guys, Josh Lloyd, pregame show Tuesday in the NBA. 11 games on. A very, very busy Tuesday. We don't normally get a Tuesday that is this busy. Hey, let's talk games. 11 of them on. We've got some confirmed lineups already. So let's crack straight into talking about what we actually know. We know that the Hornets are going to be starting LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Jalen McDaniels, PJ Washington Jr. and Bismack Biyombo. What we don't know is if McDaniels is going to be a 30-minute-a-night player or a 20-minute-a-night player. I think that with them matching up against Big Chungus Nikola Jokic, that Zala and Biyombo will play more, and that'll probably limit McDaniels somewhat. Minnesota are going with Rubio, Russell, Edwards, Vanderbilt, and Towns. Interesting that they are starting Jared Vanderbilt there. His last two games have been pretty good. Jaden McDaniels is back and playing, but he is coming off the bench, so that is very intriguing. The Clippers are starting Pat Beverly, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, and Ivica Zubac. So Beverly starting over Reggie Jackson. Zubac is going to remain starting even when Serge Ibaka is back, which is absolutely the right call. The Memphis Grizzlies are without Jonas Valanciunas and Jaren Jackson, so they're starting Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane, Kyle Anderson, and the cashier Xavier Tillman. They're the lineups that we know. The statuses that we're waiting on: Embiid is still questionable. Maxi Kleber is questionable. Maxi Kleber is available. That just got updated. The Nuggets are starting Campazzo, Austin Rivers, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, and Nikola Jokic. So Paul Millsap will not start. Austin Rivers will start. So just be aware of that one. Wendell Carter is still junior. He is still junior, but he's also still questionable for the Magic's game. Lou Dort and Ty Jerome are questionable for the Thunder. The pencil Harrison Barnes. Barnesy. He's doubtful, as is Emmanuel Quickly, while Alec Burks is questionable. The Lakers still have a million guys listed as probable: Davis, Kuzma, Horton, Tucker, Gasol, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, while LeBron, despite being said that he was going to play today, is officially out. All right, that's some news that has gone down. I don't think we're going to get Hamidou Diallo back before the end of the season in his health and safety protocols. We've got like 2 games left or something. I don't think he's coming back for the rest of the year. So I think we can feel at least some sort of way about that, or a degree of confidence in that. I just don't think that he is coming back again. Yeah, with that health and safety protocol, and I don't know about Grant and those sort of players. But yeah, just trying to look at some stuff here on the old BBM. Try and fire it up and work out how all these things go. How is everyone? How's everyone that's here? How are you all enjoying your day, your week, your night, your month, your year? How's everything going for everyone? Everyone having a good day? Anyone? Is it just me, or does anyone else? Did anyone else buy the Flaming Moes? For Neil says, let's see the Flaming Mo Adidas. I bought them. They're ordered. They're on their way. They're shipping. They should be here today or tomorrow. So they apparently only allegedly released today. But for some reason, Foot Locker in Australia had them available last Friday. So I went and I ordered those, and then I ordered them, and then I told my son, because he loves them. He goes, "Oh, that's good. Oh, they're awesome, Dad." He goes, "Yeah, because he's 13 and we have the same shoe size basically. He's a size 10 and I'm a size 11." Although some of his shoes are 10 and a halves. And he's like, "Oh, that's sick." He goes, "Oh, let's share them." He goes, "I'm just going to wear yours because you never wear shoes." I'm like, "Fair enough." And then the next day he's like, "Dad, actually, can you buy me my own pair?" I went, "All right, mate, no worries." So we've got 2 pairs of Flaming Moes coming, which I'll have this week. And when I have them, I will show you. I will bring them on the feed. I'll bring them on the stream and show you. Bruce Brown's playing tonight. He's wearing a mask, dealing with a broken nose. Am I missing something with Anthony Davis? He's low rostered, should get loads of minutes, and yeah, look, he should. I don't know what you're missing there. I think he should be pretty good. I think people are just looking at some of the shit games that he has had, and maybe a bit worried there. Corey Hernandez, Josh, please drop some merch. I wouldn't even know what to put out. Like, and I wouldn't need someone to like design it and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it's really worth it at this point. I appreciate that you'd love to do it. That you'd love to wear it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. No Peas liking their haircut. Of course she is. Yes, you can all come and rub oil on my freshly shorn scalp. Is the I'm Not Tired drop Gene Wilder? It is not. It is Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones. Yo, talk about Boucher. No worries, Sean. Just for you. Boucher, he's coming back. He's going to play, I think, a limited role. He's coming back after knee issues, right? He's going to start. I don't think his minutes are going to be super huge. I don't know why the hell they are bringing him back. I am really confused about it. But they are. They're bringing him back. They're starting him at power forward. Off an MCL injury. It is really curious. I just can't see how his minutes are going to be sky high. But we know he's a good producer. So he's going to start. Like, take a flyer on it, see what happens. I just can't see gigantic minutes for him. But he's not a sort of player that you leave around to see how it works. Steve Hoff, does Busman wants to continue to offer support throughout the playoffs? My leagues are over, but I still love your content. No, we don't, Steve. Like, we don't do minute projections through the playoffs. I don't do box score recaps there or anything. We shut down once the regular season is over. We have done DFS in the playoffs before, but because we're not doing DFS at all as a company, no, Basketball Monster doesn't do anything. The site's still there, so you can still look at rankings and all that sort of stuff. There's just no projections because there's no games, obviously. Is Caruso still a viable option when LeBron comes back? Yes, but a smaller one. Has anyone seen Uzi for a while, or is he one of them who use Josh in a sexual manner then toss him out after the fantasy season is over? Probably. He probably is. Embiid is out, guys. Embiid is out. Dwight Howard, really, really good option. And that's why we're just waiting, just to get a little bit more news here before we go through and do our DFS. The Pistons are starting Hayes, Josh Jackson. Josh Jackson and his sawtooth. Sadiq Bey, Sekou Doumbaya, and Isaiah Stewart. They are the starters there for Detroit. We've got that confirmed. Absolutely no surprise whatsoever that Joel Embiid is out today. Absolutely none at all. Do I think Valanciunas sits more games? No, he'll be back tomorrow. As will Jaren Jackson. How many wraps are too many tonight? I'm lock and loading a minimum of 3. I think look, Jalen Harris, Malachi Flynn, Kem Birch, Chris Boucher, Yuta Watanabe. There are a lot of different options. So, yeah, I think minimum of 3 sounds right. But I'm going to go through and do that in just a second. There is a lot of value opening up on this 11-game slate. Be really careful about how much money you outlay for DFS tonight, just with so much weird shit going on. There's a lot of weird stuff happening in terms of lineups. All right, should we go to FanDuel? Let's go to FanDuel. Xavier Tillman is at 3,600. He's going to start at center with no Jackson or Valanciunas. I love it. Alf Stewart is at 6,200. And the good thing is that both Tillman and Stewart are erroneously listed as power forward. So it means you do have that option to get another center in there. So some decent value for those guys. I don't hate looking at Aaron Gordon at 3,900 just because he's so ridiculously cheap. I like Dylan Brooks. I like Malachi Flynn at 5,000. I like Kyle Anderson at 5,800. I like Killian Hayes at 52. Saban Lee at 4,000. Gary Trent at 4,900. I think he has some value there. I like Michael Porter Jr. at 71. I like the thick Hogsman, Tobias Harris.
I think I am a TH.
T to the H.
Yeah, TH for life.
Joshy Jackson maybe, but I'm not really sold on him. So that's the lineup, but we're definitely not going with that lineup. All right, let's try to build that again. We've got Embiid out. All right, that's good. I'm trying to see where Dwight Howard would sit on this list. I think Howard's going to be pretty good. He's priced up at 5,300 though, Dwighty. All right, here's the lineup we're going to go with. Malachi Flynn, Luka Doncic, Gary Trent, Dylan Brooks, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Anderson, Isaiah Stewart, Xavier Tillman, and Big Chungus Nikola Jokic.
Big Chungus, Big Chungus, Big Chungus, big.
Are Porzingis and Harden good pickups for tomorrow? No. Do we know that? They're not coming back. I haven't heard any confirmation, James, that either of those guys are returning tomorrow. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just haven't seen it since I woke up. But No, I don't. Well, Porzingis might play, but I don't believe it's been confirmed at all. I'm just going to go and see if I can read these notes. Porzingis might be back. I don't know. And Harden, again, he's out, but I don't believe we've had any confirmation that he'll be returning tomorrow. Ben Simmons is going to put up huge stats today. That hasn't been the case, Kirk. When Embiid sat down, Simmons hasn't really done that. So I wouldn't get too excited about it. All right, let's go and do Draftkings now. And let's see how that all plays out for us. All right. Dwight Howard at 4,200. We love that. We also like Brandon Clark and Xavier Tillman at 36 and 3,400 respectively. Using both of them obviously is tough, and I don't think you can do it. But I feel a bit more comfortable using Xavier Tillman, to be honest. I like Jalen Harris in Toronto. I like Isaiah Stewart in Detroit, although that's a lot of center eligible players. Kyle Anderson at 5,600 is pretty strong there. I think Fournier at 54 looks pretty good as well. I like Toby Harris at 72. Killian Hayes at 54 also comes in, I think, okay on DraftKings. Yuta Watanabe at 35, I think looks solid there as well. Now, if we're going to do a lineup, which we haven't heard anything about the Bucks sitting guys, so that's interesting. DraftKings going to go with Curry, Jalen Harris, Evan Fournier, Kyle Anderson, Toby Harris, Gianni Antetokounmpo, Dwight Howard, and Xavier Tillman. We'll do Yahoo next. Can't believe Josh Jackson's tooth is well and good enough for him to play. It's actually, what an amazing recovery that is. All right, let's have a look on Yahoo. I really like Jason Tatum on Yahoo as a high-price guy, and Jim Butler. I think there's some really good value in them. And then we'll find some cheaper guys to slot in around them. Boucher is one of those. Tillman is one of those. Dwight Howard is one of those, I think, as well, at $12. Malachi Flynn at $12 is a pretty good Yahoo guy. Killian Hayes, Saban Lee, Mo Harkless, Brandon Clark, Paul Millsap perhaps, Terrence Davis, Alex Caruso. Here's a lineup for Yahoo: Malachi Flynn, Killian Hayes, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Toby Harris, Chris Boucher, and Xavier the Cashier Tillman. Let's do draft stars. I know Timmy's here, so we'll do that in a sec. So the Austin Rivers starting for Denver. Monty Morris is back. Draft stars. Let's have a look at where this pricing is. We're looking at Tillman really closely, like Tillman at 6,000. Saban Lee at almost 6,000. That's all right. Sadiq Bey at 11,000. Yeah, I like that. Toby Harris. Yeah, I agree with you, Tim. Toby Harris is a good play there. D'Angelo Russell at 13 also looks pretty solid to me. Dylan Brooks at under 10,000. That looks really good for me for Memphis. Really good value there in him. Ja Morant at 13, not so. Maga Porter at 14,000. Yeah. Alf Stewart at 13,000. Yeah. I like that as well. Kyrie Irving. Malik Monk maybe. Yanni maybe. All right, here's a lineup for draft stars. Saban Lee, D'Angelo Russell. Kyrie Irving, Lou Dort. Actually, I don't know if Dort's going to play, so I'm going to take him out of there. And redo that. I think he'd be okay if he played, but he's also been absolutely dreadful of late. All right, let's do another lineup. Saban Lee, D'Angelo Russell, Paul George, Josh Jackson, Michael Porter, Dylan Brooks, Sadiq Bey, Tobias Harris, and Xavier Tillman.
I could barely recognize my own dick.
Aaron Neesmith or Yuta Watanabe, 20 team, 13 categories. I don't know what 13 categories are, so don't know if I can tell you what that means. But it's probably Utah, I would say. What else are we doing? Flynn, it's expensive. That is 12,000. Is expensive. Bucks players are playing today, which I don't really understand. I know they're pushing for the 2 seed. Maybe they only play half a game. I don't know. It is a weird one. Please say what the green icons next to the names mean. You can read them. The S next to it means the player is starting, which they didn't start the last game. The in means the player is playing. They were previously questionable or probable. The P, green P, means they're probable. The blue Q is questionable. So S for starting, in for playing, P for probable, Q for questionable. And you see sometimes there's an orange D is doubtful and a red O is out, but they won't appear on lineups. Who do I think plays more minutes today, Rubio or Boucher? I think Rubio plays more minutes today. Do I think Fox will play this week? No, I do not. Frank Jackson is out. That helps Saban Lee. All right, let's see what other news there is. What content am I making next week? NBA awards for sure. Might do 2 shows on that. We'll do a where did I fuck up show. What did I get right show, that sort of thing. We'll do some dynasty stuff. But honestly, I'm just trying to get through this week until we figure out what we're doing next week. But that's what we're going to do. Do I think Chicago's going to miss the play-in? Yeah, I believe so, yeah. Aren't they like 3 games out with 4 games left? I think it's almost impossible for them to get in. Devontae Graham is back tonight. Is Bumba a drop if Wendell Carter is back? Absolutely not, Grant. Not at all. They were playing Carter like 22, 23 minutes. Do I think Joe Harris continues to be in the slump? Absolutely no idea. But yeah, there's obviously a big chance that he's going to turn it around. So what is this news about James Harden? I keep saying James Harden's probable tomorrow. Is he actually? I haven't seen that. Let me just go and have a look, because then the Nets don't. The Nets. Well, he's not playing today, so I haven't seen any news about that. But let's see what I can find out. He's hopeful to return. I'd be pretty surprised if Harden A came back and B came back playing a lot of minutes. I reckon we'd see him at like 23 minutes, would be my guess. But yeah, I'm not really sure. But you won't get 3 games of Harden, because the weekends are back to back, so you're not going to get 3 games of him there. You're going to get maybe 2 games of him, and maybe you get 50 minutes combined. Now maybe that's enough for you on Wednesday, Saturday, but I'm not convinced. Yeah, I'm not convinced at all. Where are we drafting Olynyk next year, 3rd round? Okay. A, no. B, how? Like, who knows? Who knows what this team is? Does Olynyk even start for this team next year? Is he even on this team next year? Like, there is absolutely no way of knowing that. I thought Jaren Jackson was going to play today, since he normally doesn't play the first set of a back-to-back. There's no normal with him. Like, he's been back 3 weeks. Like, they try and do it to maximize recovery and impact on his knee. So they'll just do it based on rest days before and after. There's no set pattern that teams do. The Raptors are starting Flynn, Trent, Stan Johnson, Boucher, and Birch. There you go. Can't believe they're starting Boucher. But he is more of a power forward than a center. 50 minutes from Harden are far better than 75 from any waiver guy. That's probably true, but is it better than 100 minutes of waiver guys? I guess that's the question, because it's not just about you have one waiver guy and you just play him 3 games. Like, it's having that roster spot for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with 15 games doesn't really count. So you're talking four games of 25 minutes, maybe. I understand that it is appealing to have Harden. And look, I probably would grab him. I just have... for a start, there is no guarantee that he returns tomorrow. And I think that's absolutely worth mentioning. There is no guarantee of him coming back tomorrow. And, that's obviously... If he doesn't, and there's maybe one game that he plays, the Saturday game, because he won't play the back-to-back, would have to be my guess. So that's, I guess, that's sort of where your problem lies in all that scenario, doesn't it? I'm just trying to look through some stuff here and figure this out. Yeah, the Harden one is interesting, though. Do I see Orlando wisely giving Bumba and Isaac heavy minutes next season? Why is that wisely, Daniel? Isaac, if Isaac's healthy, it's not about giving him minutes. He will be the best player on their team, almost undoubtedly. If his knee is fine, he's the best player on their team. So he will get 33 minutes a night, no doubt. It'll just be injury recovery. Mo Bamba's not that good. I think Wendell Carter Jr. is better than him. And I don't think they're the same age. So it's not like you're prioritizing a young guy over an old guy or an old guy over a young guy. So why do we think that is going to... Bumba should get all these minutes? I don't believe he should. Where's Obi? He's out on a walk. Does Melo play the back-to-back since he's probable tomorrow? I think they will. He's played back-to-backs all year. He just had a slight ankle tweak. Do I think Embiid will play versus the Heat on Thursday? Yes, I do. Nunn or Terrence Davis? That's a tough one. Who are the Kings playing? Ooh, probably go with Davis against the Thunder. Yeah, probably go with Davis. Sammy Sears, I won my league thanks to you, Josh. No, Sammy, it's thanks to you. I didn't win people's leagues for them. I know, people might want to take, love taking credit for shit. It's not me that did it. I didn't win it. You did it. You listened. You took what advice you wanted to do, or you listened and learned strategies or whatever. But you're the one who made the moves in your league in the end. So congratulations to you. Any other news coming through? Nothing else at this point. All right. Cruiser Hoops, thank you. Are we drafting Shea high next year? I've got no idea. Look, honestly, I couldn't tell you do I expect him to tear his plantar fasciitis again? No. So I don't see why I wouldn't. Will the Thunder be tanking for half a season like last year? I don't think so. So I don't really see any issues with it. Do I see any of Gobert, Tatum, Steph, Jokic resting during this week? A lot of games. I think they will all... I think they will probably miss a game, to be honest. I think they all will. Because we get to that situation where towards the end of the week, they're sort of locked into their seedings. So they possibly... I think they all will. I think everyone's going to rest games this week. Do I think Fox will play? No, I answered that already. Do I drop Toscano Anderson after tonight for Harden? Toscano Anderson's not a huge loss, so you can take that risk on Harden for sure. Again, I just think there is a risk that he plays one game. And maybe that's enough for you. But maybe that one game's on Saturday. Here we go. Steve Nash on James Harden playing tomorrow against the Spurs. I couldn't put a percentage on it. We have to see. It's a continually monitored in this situation. I think the idea is that he plays in one of these last 3 games. So, hopes up. I think Saturday is probably going to be the day for him. Again, not confirming that, but that's one game. Is that enough? And what will the minutes be like in that one game? That is, that's going to be the question, isn't it? Very interesting indeed. So that's the latest quote from Steve Nash. Coaches lie all the time, so just be aware of that. Amanda Gutierrez says, ask. Cool, Amanda. Thanks. That helps a lot. No P says she can barely see my deck. That's by design. I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. Again, when we do our OnlyFans, maybe you can get my dick out then. Stream Lonnie Walker or Rudy Gay in a points league? I think Walker in a points league. He's just a volume scorer. Would I keep maximum Derek White in a dynasty? I have him for cheap $7. My budget is $200. Yeah, I'd keep him for $7 for sure. He's older than we think, so he doesn't have huge long-term value. But yeah, I do like him for the next couple of years for sure. Got to do something in the OnlyFans in the off season. Got to do something in the off season to keep the people interested. And maybe that is OnlyFans. It's not. I'm telling you now, it's not. I'm not doing online porn, but maybe I am. We'll see. Spreads. Is that part of my OnlyFans or not? Let's have a look. Denver against Charlotte. Actually, let's have a look at what my Betfair article. Better give those guys some pub because they've supported me a lot during the year. So let's see what I've done there for them. Nuggets -5 is what I had there. How is that? That's gone out to Nuggets -6. I'll still take Nuggets -6 against the Hornets. The Nets were 4.5 point favorites over the Bulls, and they still are. I'll take the Nets -4.5 there. And the Kings -10.5 over the Thunder. That's gone down to 10. Nah, bullshit. Sacramento -10. Let's also look at Minnesota -7.5 against the Pistons. Miami -1.5 against Boston. The Clippers 13.5 against the Raptors. I'll take the Raps +13.5 there. I know they don't care, but I'll take that. Dallas by 3 over Memphis. Whew. I'll take Dallas -3. I'll take Philly -5 against the Pacers. I will take Milwaukee -14.5 against the Magic. I'll take the Suns -4.5 against the Warriors, and I'll take the Knicks +2.5 against the Lakers. Why are the Lakers 2.5 point favorites? I guess because it's in LA and Anthony Davis played well last game. What? So many people ask me about the I'm Not Tired clip. It's from Game of Thrones. Any off-season travel plans? Yeah, we're going to Queensland, which is North Australia, up to some tropical islands, Great Barrier Reef, scuba diving, that sort of thing. Seth Kaufman, fantasy side, who's my favourite player to watch in the NBA at the moment? It is Big Chungus. Michael Vancia. Is RJ Hampton a fine pick-up to stream in a points league? Yes, absolutely. We're dropping a lot of people on Saturday, right? Since everyone plays Sunday. Why? Why would you drop them on Saturday if everyone plays on Sunday? I guess you're just to see who you've got in there, but you drop someone on Saturday. I guess X, I know what you're trying to say is that you're adding players. You're dropping players to get the guys that play on that Saturday, so you get the Saturday, Sunday back-to-back, which, yes, I agree. Who's my sixth man of the year? We'll wait to see for that until I do the shows next week. The award show next week. What do I think of my parlay? Knicks +10, Nets -1. I don't know how you're getting those odds, but yeah, they seem like pretty easy ones to me. Yep, we are ready to go. I didn't even see the time. Just before we go, the Heat are starting Nunn, Robinson, Butler, Ariza, Adebayo, and the Celtics are starting Walker, Smart, Fournier, Tatum, and Thompson. That is confirmed. I am confirmed out of here. Thank you to everybody for being a part of the chat. On the way out, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, hit all of that good stuff, guys. We are done here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See ya.